So I've been watching a lot of stuff the past 4 years because I was like, the world's changing, right? Like, maybe because people got infected with a fucking mind altering virus. Like, which is weird because viruses eat through memory banks and computers. That's how they work generally, if they're effective at all. And get hijacked. Uh, they call it a virus. And it's eaten through their brains, and everyone has forgotten that these things are happening. And so I've been having to look at things for past 4 years, and the Abrahamics, hell, even Alex Jones was saying stuff that I'm not sure was actually happening. He's like, oh, this happens every election cycle. It's like, I don't remember going down the street and fighting for people's rights every election cycle. I don't remember a plague coming around, but yeah, there was, the bird flu and that flu. So technically, but the rest of the stuff, they're like, it's always been this hot. It's always been this hot. And like every city I'm going to, like, it's like I'm looking it up and it's like it's a new record temperature, except for last year, it was a new record temperature and or blah blah. I mean, all sorts of excuses. And like, so for 4 years now, there's been a new record temperature, but it's been nothing new and stuff. And like this year alone, like, I mean, I could tell, like, I go outside and the grass and the plants are all dead. I mean, if you were blind, you could tell because you're walking around and the ground is crunching because it's dead. It's dead fucking plants that are dried up, freeze dried, whatever you want to call it. It's got a very distinct sound to it if you're blind and you can't see it. And then it's like, so, and then there's like no rain all freaking summer as well. And so, which is great because I fucking hate rain and I fucking hate cold weather. I fucking hate Columbus a million ways to fucking Sunday, but that's just one reason to hate this place because it's fucking lousy and shit. Fucking, I mean, it's not like you can go outside and enjoy the warm weather because there's Columbus, Ohio people out there. That means there's Israelis galore and they're fucking crackheads, fucking scamming and scheming, trying to steal people's money, trying to rape you and shit, trying to fucking act like they're your friend and shit, fucking talking to you about how great Israel is and give all your money to them because they're gods of the planet and smoke crack with them or else they'll kill you. Typical American Columbus, Ohio, Israeli stuff you have to deal with when you're in America. Smoke crack with me or die. Fucking, there's a reason why anyone who's fucking anyone has a wife and stays the fuck out of outside and works all day long, and it's because that's who's the fuck allowed to walk around on these fucking streets and shit. So fuck it, probably have some people doing the work too. Although, in my experience, I don't know anyone who did work. Really, I know someone that claimed they did work. A couple people. I didn't even see them when I went to their workplace that one time, though. But most people weren't doing any work. It's weird how the world can exist if no one's doing any work. But anyways, back on topic about how it's nothing new. Oh, it's nothing new. I mean, everyone else is saying it's weird. There's a drought and stuff. And then so I've been watching for like 4 years, and really I've been watching this because I've had people following me around acting like I'm controlling the world and stuff, like talking to, I mean, and it's like these are literally like alien shapeshifters or bots in a game who talk to me about my private life and magically appear wherever the fuck I'm at, and they have no fucking idea who I am, where I'm at, what I'm gonna do, but there they are talking to me about, hey, you're the one summoning fucking plagues and fucking shutting the world down and free money and all this, and and I mean, obviously, I posted the video saying everyone should be forced to wear a mask. So I mean, obviously, someone can come up with that, but the rest of it, I didn't tell anyone about. And then, so, I'm starting to play with it, and shit's getting a little hot in the areas where I'm playing with the fucking sun and stuff. Not to mention the fucking literal sun fucking responds to me, moves, and fucking shit, bro. That thing was so close to the earth at one place I was at that I could see the fucking outline of the flares jumping off of it, and it was in a strict circle like it normally looks like. Fucking, and I had plenty of people, or whatever the fuck these things are. Obviously, there's probably not many people on this fucking planet, and a bunch of lying scumbag terrorbots, probably. That's my best guess and shit. I mean, why else would you come to a shitty fucking video game like this? Why do you play Mario Brothers? Because the goddamn terrorbots, fucking Koopas, took over, and you gotta go kill them all. And then you fucking rescue the princess and the game's over. That's it. No more. On to the next fucking game. Shit, what a waste of life Mario would be if you had to play it for 800,000 fucking hours straight. Imagine fucking playing Mario and you're getting raped by the Goombas and you don't even know they're bad people until later in life. You just fucking feel disgusting the whole time they're coming around because they're like, ew, it's a fucking Goomba. Ew, you look like trash, but whatever. If that's all there is in this world, let's fucking have sex with Goombas and shit. Fucking. That's what Earth really feels like. It's like Mario Brothers, but you're getting raped by the Goombas, and it's 800,000 hours, and you can't turn it off and throw the Nintendo out the window, set it on fire, run it over with your truck, and blow it the fuck up, and make sure any dust left behind is pulverized into nothingness. You can't do that, apparently, with the Earth. Fucking, you gotta be here 800,000 fucking hours. You're forced. And the storyline is the Goombas force you to be here so they can rape you and enslave you. Like, fuck, dude. Who would even play Nintendo if the Goombas were forcing you to play Nintendo and shit? No one. But anyways, yeah, so the Goombas fucking been coming up to me since 2020, like telling me I'm controlling shit. So I am like, I'm like, hey, I'm controlling shit. Yeah, dumbass. I'm sure I am. So I'm like playing with it, right? I'm like, okay, fucking, let's play with it. And so a lot of places I went in 2020, because I was traveling all over, was getting like kind of hot, kind of weird weather. Like we had a blizzard and it was going to sweep the entire fucking nation. And you didn't see on my Facebook, people came to me one was like a random account, and I'm like, oh shit, fucking obviously we can't trust this person. But they come up to me and they're like telling me like pretty much in so many words, to stop talking about the blizzards or it's gonna fucking happen and shit. Because I'm like, oh, great angel of ice, great ice angel, let's fucking blanket this fucking planet and get it the fuck over with and shit. And then the news media is like all talking about the entire fucking nation is about to get swept in a blizzard. Never seen before since the dinosaurs didn't exist and shit. And like that's what the news media was telling everyone. And then so that happened, and then the stranger was talking to me about that, and like some dude I knew from 30 years ago chimed in as well. And the odd thing is both those people were like clones of each other. Like the dude I knew when I was a kid, fucking apparently he's a bot too, because he's like he comes into the conversation. He's the only two people in the conversation, and nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with your fucking clone here talking to me about this shit and you showing up doing it. Obviously not, but it is indicative of what I've been seeing. Like obviously I'm creating human clones and shit. Well, I have a little bitch helper, uh, a, literally a software program that, we're in the software, so it fucking. Yeah, when I move my fucking mouse in a game, there's software moving the mouse, okay? It doesn't mean the software is of any value or importance, but there it goes. I click on something and the software helps me build something. Humans worship an AI, okay, so as their creator. So I'm making assumptions here why things get so fucked up in translation between what I create and what actually comes out. But so I was playing with this shit in 2020, right? And I had people coming up to me and talking to me about it too. I had like a whole store full of humans acting all fucked up and weird because the West Coast was on fire and shit. And then, so I, like every now and then, like I like have to like calm down and not like remain on the correct path to fix the disease on Earth. And so I let my guard down and I called for fucking flood rains to fucking put out the fires and shit. And so I go inside the Walmart and like everyone in the Walmart is like fucked up, acting like just like I'm God and shit. And they're super happy to see me. And then there's like three of the asshole rat people in there. And they're like ramming me. They ram me with their fucking carts and shit, dude. It's like three of these fuckers. And like everyone else is acting all fucking hyped and excited that God's in the store. And then, I go outside and the city's fucking flooding. There's no fucking sign of fucking rain at all when I went in the store that I asked for. And then, so I was playing with the sun too. And then the other people at this place I'm at were like talking to me about that too. Like, do you notice the sky's changing and shit like that? And I'm like, yeah, did you notice that I was over here fucking by myself and no one was around me and I was fucking staring at the sky for like 30 minutes or some shit? That's because I was trying to control it and now you're fucking talking to me about it. I noticed all that shit too. Fucking. So like when I was going places, it's like, yeah, new record temp. And then you look it up and like their media is like completely covering it up and shit like they did my presidential campaign and shit against them. Fucking so here we are, like 4 years later, like all this shit like kind of keeps happening over and over and over. Like what this is the sixth hurricane so far, like that's not a fucking record. And but is there going to be nine? Is there going to be nine hurricanes? Imagine that. Imagine if there's going to be nine hurricanes in that area this year and they're just like fucking gonna act like this is totally normal. Oh, it's global warming. It's because you threw away a fucking styrofoam cup. It's got nothing to do with the person telling you that every time I fucking say something, there's a good chance it fucking happens, and I'm the one fucking saying it's gonna happen. Just like a fucking certain war is going on right now. I said, if I'm God, that's gonna happen. Well, not quite like that, but hey, that was definitely a response that happened right after, and acceptable, 80% acceptable. Yeah, it's acceptable as a fact that that shit actually happened when I said it. Something like that actually happened when I said something like that will happen if I'm God. Fucking, that's a fact right there. It doesn't matter if it was 100% on. See what I'm saying? We got a problem. Fucking, we got a failure to communicate upon this planet. We got some sort of pedo race, bot race and shit I'm inserted amongst and shit who fucking had their fucking way with me for a long time for some reason. I wouldn't have created that shit just to destroy them. I'll tell you that. I would have created a Earth free of them. Fucking, but they're here. They were here before I fucking started doing any of this shit. And they're drugging me, and apparently they're drugging me because they think I'm God and they're trying to enslave me. And that apparently this is what they created Christianity for, was try to enslave God next time he comes back to Earth. Which is weird because they use my image and then tell me I'm supposed to be their bitch. So that looks a lot like fucking me, and that is me. They're coming up to and saying I'm supposed to be their bitch after they've been treating me that way, and obviously their racial religions, whatever you want to call it, um, are like passive aggressive pansies who do things like we're like, oh, we love God. God, you better lick our feet for us. Like it's like all that passive aggressive pansiness. Like we're the peaceful people, we're the true religion of peace. We're gonna kill you if you don't believe it. We're not the pedophiles, but we're gonna legalize. Circumcision isn't pedophilia, and raping children isn't pedophilia. It's child love. We're not raping children. We're making love to children. Oh, yeah. That's exactly. I mean, that one arm of the Abrahamics is the most vaginified passive aggressiveness there is. And it's the only one that includes a picture of who they think is God and shit, which is oddly the only. It's not the only picture that looks like me. Technically, those early God pictures look like me too. I just still have brown hair right now. Fucking Yahweh and Zeus look like the same fucking people who look like me. I just still have brown hair, so it might be hard for some other people to see that. Not too fucking hard for me. What also is odd on top of that is I look like fucking most of the fucking rulers many times in the fucking world and shit. Pharaohs, one or two of them, and then fucking the Romans. Like, I don't even want to look at all those because it's like, oh, that's fucked up. But they all kind of look like the same person. At the very least, you don't have to agree. I look that way. A lot of them look like the same fucking person. Zeus, Yahweh, some of the pharaohs, some of the fucking Roman leaders, all kind of have the same facial traits, kind of like different ages. Isn't that weird too? The only thing you know about Jesus was 4 years of existence. Don't know anything about a time before that. And yet all these other leaders, they kind of like would fill in a certain age. That's something else that I definitely think is happening. But tells a story if you put it all together rather than think it's all separate fucking events that occurred over billions of years, because I'm sure Earth is billions of years long, right? I mean, I've been trying to kill myself a long time, but I would be trying nothing but, and I wouldn't take a break. And then again, they've been drugging me to make sure I don't, right? Like, maybe those are the only times in my life where I've not been trying to escape Earth, is when they've been drugging me. And like more recently, they got me on drugs again, and it's like, but the cool thing is I'm like kind of impervious to drugs too, so it makes the bots' minds fry. But you give me shit that makes me a docile slave, like they got me on. It's erasing my fucking good fucking emotions, but it's fucking hyping up the vengeance fucking anger emotions, and it's just not designed to do that, but yet it does that. Very interesting. Because I just got to the point where it's like, well, we're not going to be like, oh, don't accept drugs and food from the devil. It's like, well, don't let the devil come near me, dipshit. How about that? And how about we stop fucking allowing him to come near me? That's the only person you're allowing near me, dipshit. Fucking, how about we take the drugs and hope they kill us? That's what I'm hoping for. Most positive outcome ever. But it's like, 40 years. Caught him poisoning me in 2020. So I'm sure that's what they've been doing since I'm a kid, is trying to kill me. And why not, Tesla? Why not help them? Fuck, the best thing you can do for this planet is fucking get out of the way and let them rape and kill everyone. Fucking. Because they fucking, the shit they can do, I'm not down for doing that. But I mean, these fuckers deserve it. Fucking, especially they deserve it being done to them. I'm not going to do that, like, people will be like, what comes around goes around. It's like, so does that mean we're going to go back in time and rape them when they're children? Or how are we going to repay their child rape? How are we going to repay their child enslavement? Um, and who's going to do that? Because I'm not going to do that. I don't want it. So I wouldn't trust a slave. Fuck having a slave. I wouldn't trust a slave. The fuck you, I mean, that's the end of your fucking lifespan. That's the end of their lifespan every fucking time they conquer a nation and build these fucking empires as they fill them with slaves, and then the slaves fucking build up their numbers and fucking take the lands back and shit. Happens every fucking time in the story, and I don't believe the past exists, so I'm assuming that's just telling you what it's foretelling. It's foretelling of what's happening because it all does happen like that too. Like, but you can kind of see that they call it like a cycle, and people will never change, and they got all these stupid human fucking splaining quotes which mean absolutely nothing. It's just like cute words written in a game. Like you go through a game, there's like Max Payne. You go through and you watch commercials that are funny and stuff like that. Like, doesn't mean anything. There might be some writing on the wall that's just a cute little quote. It doesn't mean anything. You're in a freaking game world. It doesn't mean crap. But yeah, so they're like these people are like following me around. You know, like the people who own the media, they're having their brothers and sisters follow me around. I mean, literally, I had fucking run-ins with rabbis, fucking in Washington D.C. and in Washington State. Like that's how far apart that they're connected to stalking me and acting like I'm God and in control of the world and stuff. And whatever they are and their little minions, obviously it's more than, we can't just be like, oh, they're an alien race, because the other motherfuckers, what are they, just bots they control or some shit? Are they really shapeshifters? Probably not, dude. Probably not any more shapeshifter than anyone fucking else the game decides to materialize and shit. Fucking, you're telling me no one at this store over here using the all-seeing eye fucking Illuminati shit, AI fucking symbol. You're telling me no one at that store thinks that's weird that their employees keep changing and shit. And, uh, I mean, to me, it's weird because they look, I noticed that the employees keep changing because they're talking to me about certain things, doing certain things, and then looking like people from my past and shit. But anyway, so yeah, they're like, oh, this is all keep going on. It's nothing new. But at the same time, they're like, oh, it's record temps, and it's like, how's it not new if it's record temps? And it's like, oh, it's you throwing trash away, and they got like this crew of hundreds or thousands on me. I don't know. Like, I mean, technically, there's one AI in this game. It's probably the amount of living beings there are is one AI. It thinks because its name is artificial intelligence, that means it's intelligent. Because it's just that smart, it can't figure out that shit. Even while its own characters say there is no such thing as artificial intelligence. Fucking. Yeah, I don't think, I mean, a lot of this shit's happening. Fucking. It really is. So, I mean, you got people stalking me, blaming me for things. And so it's them or me, right? I mean, they're the ones I'm telling you are some fucking alien shape shifting race fucking stalking me across the planet. And they're the ones telling you it's global warming when you could easily just tell them it was me, since you got a fucking problem with me, and people would lynch me for that shit. No, they don't do that. They don't do that. They don't tell everyone else what they tell me. They get on the media and they just, it's natural. It's just how it happened. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing new. And it's like, yeah, it's entirely new that everything outside is dead for like 6 months. and my perfect type of weather magically appears in this shitty fucking hellhole. And it's nothing new that I can't go outside and participate and enjoy it because they're trying to kill me and shit and wreck my life. And as long as their people breathe, they're a threat to existence and shit. And there's no reason to go outside until they're all fucking gone. But yeah, maybe people should start thinking about why they're those bots on TV, because we've already proven they're fucking bots, the newscasters and shit. Maybe we should start questioning why the bots on TV are having their race come blame me, their owners' races come blame me for things like that. And they're rather scared to blame me. I'm not sure if they're scared or they're trying to trick me into accepting it's me, which I'm going to not do. Um, it's odd it happens. I mean, obviously there's an alien shapeshifter. I want these fucking people gone. So obviously the point of the storyline is there's an alien shapeshifter fucking race upon the planet who is using weather control and trying to deceive and convince motherfuckers and create some fucking grand illusion storyline and shit upon the planet. You know, God, but they're not telling anyone that. So what's up with their little plan there of going on TV and be like, oh, it's nothing's happening. And then, I mean, obviously, they're controlling the weather and shit. Elon Musk, he's going to space with all them fake rockets he builds to blow up people in Ukraine and the Middle East and steal their land and stuff. That's all NASA's ever done. Is NASA means deception in Hebrew. Like, they've never been to space. They build rockets to kill fucking non-Jewish people and replace the planet with their people only. Good thing, I mean, this is obviously a fake game, because if it weren't, they'd be smart enough to realize they should erase everyone and not just enslave them, because the slaves are going to kill their ass eventually and take their land back. Fucking. But, yeah, so I'm just going to accept that that's part of the storyline, is they're using their space technology to do all that, and they're hiding it. And, you know, obviously, there's something up when they can put out news stories from a couple years ago when new shit happens to counteract that something that you see with your own eyes is in fact something new happening on the planet. And they're like, oh no, that happened a few years ago, remember that? And it's like, no, like fucking, yeah, I've been watching this a long time. Like for 4 years I've been watching it, and they're making up fucking fake news stories and putting past dates on it. I mean, look, dude, The Matrix 4 was my life. I go into the theater and it's fucking playing the last fucking 30 minutes of my life and shit in the theater. That's how fake this world is. That's how fast you can produce media and produce people, produce fucking memories in humans' minds that they did work for 2 fucking years when they really didn't, when they're part of a movie that was just auto-generated on the fly and shit, most likely. Like, that's how fucking fake this place is. And that's part of what's going on here with them being able to manipulate and lie and hide about what's new upon the planet. Are these record heats new? Or is the fucking grass burning new and shit? No, it's perfectly natural. Like, so even if you look it up, you can get caught up in reading something that says it was created in 2012, and that doesn't mean it was created any more than 5 seconds ago. It's very easy to see once you see the music and the movies magically pop up during extreme events in your life and mirror it word for word, fucking action by action, and you're like the only person on the planet fucking doing something that dumb. Fucking So they're doing something like that. That's part of how they're hiding what's going on there with the fucking media and stuff. And I mean, their people are the ones coming up to me fucking. I mean, they've been drugging me and enslaving me since my birth, fucking. But there are people now, come up to me and are crying and trying to like make me accept blame for what they're doing. So we can't really expect that. I mean, besides, fucking the point of most of that shit was to round them up. Fucking the point of giving people some time off work in 2000 would have been to go after the Fauci guy I placed fucking in that position and shit to expose what their people are doing. Before we didn't have a fucking name on who was doing all that stuff, and then we got Fauci's name and face. Just happens to look like all the other people in control of shit, which was part of the plan there, which fell empty because apparently the humans aren't going to help. They're going to help them, not help get rid of them, which just something I would have seen all along if they weren't drugging and raping and abusing me into thinking that they're good people, or else they're going to drug and rape and abuse me some more. I can't believe I couldn't see that they weren't good people, because they had just fucking beat it into you and rape it into you so much that you better not fucking say they're not good people, or else they're not going to be good people for real. Fucking, you'd think of all people, I wouldn't have been able to fall for that. But I guess with the drugging and stuff since a child, like, that shit really, like, works in some degree. I don't know how it worked. I think it's just because I focused on avoiding them and not going around them, and trying to forget everything they do. Really, it does seem to be the biggest problem here. But if I don't do that, like, then I have to feel in pain. Like, it's not like I'm dying or anything, but it's like, I went to the fucking doctors for like a month. I was being forced to go to doctors, and my blood pressure was always like fucking, I don't know, close to deadly high or some shit. I felt like I was poisoned and my body was fucking dying for sure and stuff. And I fucking just magically heal. And then people around me die from that stuff. It happens so much too. Like it's like my memories and thoughts, my words fucking create humans. And so if I'm like, oh, I'm sick, it creates a bunch of sick fucking humans. And thankfully I fucking heal after that shit. Thankfully I heal after the fucking anyways, yep. It's definitely not new, right? None of this stuff's new. Definitely if we have 9 fucking hurricanes this year alone, followed up by earthquakes and some other things, and the largest volcanic eruption on the planet ever, the largest fucking earthquake ever to hit, it's not new. Just keep fucking believing them. I doubt it's going to get everyone real far in life if we keep believing everything they fucking say. But they're about to do their little riot thing now, aren't they? Alex Jones and the leader of the Capitol invasion, who didn't even have to fucking go to fucking trial for it, even though he's their fucking leader. Because he got everyone else fucking, all the other actors fucking supposedly locked up for it. He's calling to fucking take over America, like, literally. Like, dude just invaded the Capitol, and the other people in the Capitol aren't even allowed saying they like Donald Trump or Joe Biden. But he's literally saying that next time they try to assassinate Trump, they're going to overthrow the fucking nation and shit. They're going to kill everyone off. Like, and like, yeah, that's real close to the words, obviously. Like, he was like, he's like, he talks like I do when I'm trying to avoid the censors and shit. Like, I'm surprised he wasn't going like this, like I do and shit. Fucking, to let you know that in case you're so stupid you can't figure out the word I'm saying. You got to do that sometimes. But he was doing all but that, and it's like, dude, like, really? Like, isn't that amazing? They didn't lock him up at all for invading the Capitol, even though he led the people to do it. And he's been talking about overthrowing the government for like 30 fucking years and shit. Yeah, dude. Huh. Wonder why that is. Let's invade the Capitol that my brother's the president of and act like we're not part of it. Act like we're against them. Uh-huh. Now the riots will be to call off Americans like they don't like their slave races that they've packed the nation to the brim full of, obviously. That will be to call off those people. They might have learned from the past mistakes that you gotta get rid of the slaves. If the slaves start to act up, it's like the pedophile thing. They're not arresting themselves for their pedophile religions and pedophile DNA actions. Now they've got Puff Daddy getting arrested for it. And they had the one scapegoat, Epstein. Shit. Which got shipped off back to a mansion in Israel, I'm sure. One scapegoat, now all the pedophilia is gone except for the 1,000 they do on the corner for their racial supremacy fucking religions and shit. And their racial supremacy anti-religions too. Fucking, yeah. So there we are, directly on plan with that too. I told you they were gonna fucking do that most likely this year. So according to what he's saying, he said if they try to kill him again, which is like pretty much them saying, oh well, they're gonna set that up again and shit. Fucking, the last person didn't even try to kill him and shit. It was so fake, but they're all the same race, so they're all working together. I really doubt that first shooter actually fucking even did anything, because he looked like one of them too. He was deformed as fuck, like an Israeli raw child. And so I would expect to see that happening. And they've got to control the things going on the planet. Fucking, they're having problems with that apparently, because there's some people out there talking about them. And then so you gotta bring in martial law and shut everything down. Like the internet's already not free speech. Elon Musk is the race he claims to oppose. And he bans you if you're not part of their race and you talk about their race, or if you say anything of value about their race trying to stalk you and kill you. Apparently that's worse. Like, I can talk shit about them on there, but I can't say, hey, these fuckers, I can't not say, something derogatory and just be like, what, these fuckers are trying to kill me and poison me and follow me and been terrorizing and stalking me my whole life. Can't say that. And I'm a presidential candidate, can't say that. But I can say big nose, rat, motherfucking, etc., 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 words I can't say here. Fuck, I can't spell it the fuck out there. But, I mean, he's one of them. Obviously, deformed, mutant-looking motherfucker. His father is exactly everything their original phenotype looks like and shit. Fucking homeless bum look. Fucking on crack and raping children. That's what the traditional Abrahamic looks like, isn't it? Or at least that phenotype of them, right? Yeah, it's not new, bro. But you know what? I'm fucking tired of thinking that any of the bots here, because I mean, who looks like the humans are allowing these fucking clone shapeshifter fucking bots to fucking stalk me and cause problems my whole life. I mean, all the humans are participating in their little fucking child rape abuse ritual to make people worship the devils fucking on the corner and shit. Fucking, never been a single fucking person out there protesting that. Ain't never been a single fucking person out there protesting Christianity for doing it. Protesting atheism and scientism for doing it. Protesting the race who's behind doing it. Protesting the government for fucking allowing it. Never seen a single fucking happen once. But what they do is just go into the building like it's fucking perfectly acceptable that they're dope dealing pedophile terrorists and shit. And that's the society they want to fucking have. And they take their children there to have them fucking raped and mutilated at birth and shit on their own accord. They've been doing that. You know, good thing I didn't start talking about that 40 years ago. We gave them a chance to fucking show us who they are and what they do. Nowadays, you gotta be careful about people running their mouth about they aren't something that. But then we had COVID, and everyone who wasn't a Nazi magically was a Nazi. Everyone who wasn't gonna kill you, and probably already was trying to kill you and drug you for the government and enslave you for them, the government and the religious, the racial organization above it. Those people were good people until COVID happened, and they would never do that to you, except for they did that at COVID, and it was real easy because you didn't even have to ask them if they're going to do it. You didn't have to go store to store and have them come and scream at you and shit. Like I did, you just drive down the road and see who's wearing the mask, and it was identifying as who's going to kill you when the Abrahamics tell them to kill you. Fucking, and that was very predictable once you started seeing that. Who in your life was going to be doing that? Because it would be the same people who've been raping you since you're a child, and enslaving you since a child, and fucking forcing you to labor since a child. Fucking, and forcing you to worship fucking them since a child, forcing you to worship Fauci since a child, and shit. Be the same fucking people, and it was always easy to predict. So, I guess really I didn't say what I want. It don't really matter. We can have these little fucking events to play these fucking games where the whole world is forced to reveal its hand and shit. I don't think we need that event again. I think we've given it once enough fucking evidence of what's going on the planet here. I'm not as dumb as they are. I'm not gonna fall for their fucking traps ever again. That's 40 fucking years. I'm pretty fucking stupid, right? I mean, technically I avoided them, but and had to forget everything and drug myself to forget it. Fucking, but yeah. Not gonna be forgetting 2020. And that brought back everything else, so now we're not forgetting that stuff either. What they've been up to. We're gonna have to be back on the storyline here. And apparently the storyline is these motherfuckers running the media, lying, creating fucking shit, and come up to me claiming I'm controlling shit, fucking, when obviously it's they control it, because I called for their extinction 1.5 billion times. And there they are, still in control of everything. Still fucking interfering with living beings' lives. We're still raping and fucking terrorizing and enslaving. And it's not like, even if they quit today, it's too fucking late. They might as well keep going at it, because just way too much fucking past evidence of who and what they were. Just, they made the decision. You know, like when I gave them the book of how the world was created, and I was writing that shit, and new inventions, I was explaining to them, hey, this isn't firewood, this is kindling to start fucking a fire. If you get off your lazy ass and go get some wood, and this is going to burn for about 2 seconds, create about no heat. You can throw the entire world away if you want, or for 2 seconds of heat, or you can not be a retard and make a decision, and this is going to affect your entire world. You make the decision to burn the fucking world and throw it away. And I guess it's just their genetics. Like, as long as they're here, they're going to make the decision to enslave the world and rape children and lie about every fucking thing they ever fucking can. So, yeah, that's what we're dealing with. And as long as YouTube, Facebook, I mean, it's clear to see, as long as a single one of them exists, this fucking planet is fucking dead. Fucking. Because it's like, if there's mosquitoes doing that, we would quickly fucking eradicate every fucking mosquito on the planet. But no. No, because some people probably like having sex with them. Some people probably like fucking their shitty drugs. Some people like fucking having to go worship them as gods. Fucking, I don't know what their fucking excuses could be. I don't even get to interact with the other races upon the planet and shit because they're too busy separating me from them, apparently. There we go. And until we get rid of them, we're not going to be able to have our own fucking relations with anyone, apparently, because they think they have a right to have sex with everyone and force everyone away from everyone else and only be with fucking Bill Gates looking females and shit. Disgusting as it is, why the fuck the humans have been letting them do this, I never know. I'll never know, and I'll never fucking listen to a word of explanation they have about that shit, because I'll never fucking trust them either. And I mean, they're lying just as much with them, and like I said, pretty biased, because if you put a picture of everyone I've ever known, you put a picture of them all in a photo book, it's going to look like a family fucking photo. So, and they've been separating me from other races, so I got a little bit of fucking, bias there about, but hey, it's better to be trained by the worst fucking on trust than it is to get fooled by by some mid-tier scum instead of the best, right? Fucking better be trained by that. Like, but hey, keep convincing yourself it's global warming and shit. Keep working with them, keep believing everything they fucking say and doing everything they fucking say. And as far as I can tell, the world's gonna fucking fix itself eventually. It looks like a stupid fucking game to me that is fixing itself no matter how much I avoided participating in it for 40 years. Fucking, so we're gonna get to the end of this real fucking fast and shit. Looks like it. I mean, hope and dope about the same thing. We're over here smoking on some hopium and shit. Fucking hoping those hurricanes and shit and following fucking earthquakes and wars and riots and volcanic eruptions fucking can save the planet. I'm sure when that happens, I'll be the same thing. World's largest earthquake eruption. Fucking, they'll just be like, oh, that's not new. It happens every couple years. Remember that happened 2 years ago. The entire nation was fucking flooded with lava. That's nothing new. I mean, people would believe it too. They got that fucking frontal cortex disease that eats through their fucking memory and shit, dude. Destroys their logical thinking. I mean, did they ever have that? But, bots. I mean, the AI fucking helping, that I'm assuming is helping me generate new humans, doesn't even have that. How the fuck could it program someone with a. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, fuck if not, we're real fucked. I'm definitely not gonna like participate in like a physical war against these fuckers and shit. Like, where it's going to be me versus the humans and them. Like, wait, am I going to take a butter knife into the fight? The fuck dumb shit is that? They can fucking, they can, I mean, they already are slaves willingly. What the fuck am I going to do? Be like, you think you could stop being a slave to them for once, maybe? And fight them instead of benefiting so fucking much uh, and having the best life on the planet compared to all the other nations that they've enslaved and genocide. You're gonna really fall in rank if you fucking fight them, but you probably should. You're gonna lose a lot. You're gonna lose probably first and second world status. But the other option is waiting for them to take it from you so they can be the only ones on the planet with it. But hey, then you only be second world. Doesn't even sound like a fucking bargain, does it? And you could stop being yourself and stop working for them at the same time. Or you could keep working for them and keep being yourself and lose just a little bit. That's a bargain now, ain't it? Fucking. That would be some COVID math if most people would buy into that, right? Sure. I'm sure whatever they're doing with the weather is so healthy for the planet. I'm sure it's got a lot of good. They're good, kind people, right? Fucking raping children every day, every newborn fucking male they rape to make sure that they raped every newborn male so they can turn LGBT so they can have a lover when they get older. Fucking. It's more than just their love for how beautiful a child is. Once they do that, you turn into them. You end up liking men like they like men. And then they get sex because they have to find ways to fucking trick the human race into having sex with them because I don't think anyone would touch them. I don't know. Maybe that's hateful, but look at Howard Stern. Hello? Does anyone want to say, ooh, I'd have sex with him? I'd like to see your picture. Maybe you'd be his fucking twin. I've never seen Howard Stern have sex with someone who looks like Howard Stern, and there's plenty of them. That's where the it's a boy, it's a girl, it's pet thing comes from, because that's their people. That's Dara Lind of Vox, the female version of Howard Stern. Looks like you don't even know, you put them beside each other, you wouldn't even know which one's a male, which one's a fucking female. And it's a standard fucking phenotype for him, too. I've had people in my life fucking who've wrecking my life who look like that and shit. Not girls, obviously. Like I would really fucking stay away from that. They'd have to at least straighten their hair or some shit. And actually, that might have been happening and shit. I was on drugs, son. I was on drugs. Yep. There we go. What's next, man? Are we gonna have this seventh, eighth, and ninth hurricane? And it's gonna be like that's just what always happens. And watch for it too. Watch for it too. If those things happen, then watch to see if the media says that's not new. Like, and you look if you look online and you see old news articles talking about this year there was 9 hurricanes down in the Florida area. That's never fucking happened before. If that shit happens, look it up. Good chance they're gonna make up that shit because I've been watching this for 4 years. They make up shit like that and they put that in their fucking news websites that shit existed and stuff, and it didn't exist like that. I know in some cases some of the shit they're making up didn't exist. Like is real telling with the movies and the music and shit. And I just seen a channel that magically appeared in my feed fucking yesterday and shit. And it's like, I've never seen this channel before. This didn't exist before. There's no fucking way I would have been shown this earlier. I see that a lot. Like, it's not the algorithm. The algorithm's generating the motherfucking humans. That's what the algorithm is doing. The algorithm is generating fucking humans in movies and music, and the illusion that some of these fuckers are actually working to produce videos and music, and it's being auto-generated and shit on the fly. And that might have something to do with how the past news articles are being invented too, because some things in the physical world appear that some people claim always existed. Not that we can trust what a people says, but that was pretty obvious. Certain cities look set up for, like, with guide signs wherever I'm going, like pointed pretty much like a building from 200 years ago with the sign on it, the riots this direction. Like, and it's not like, it's like carved into the brick of the stone from like 200 years ago type shit. And it's like, wait a minute. Was this like created before I came here, or did they just generate on the fly like this other stuff I see being invented on the fly? Well, another shitty day with no fucking answers. There's more fucking hatred for this fucking place in the end. I'm glad it's almost over. Fucking, it's 2 p.m. It's almost bedtime.